that the Columbian Exposition was based on. By Beaux-Arts, if you look at the entryway there, it's this big arch with Corinthian columns on either side. At the very top, you have a colonnade of Corinthian columns. You have a balustrade at the roof. You have a tempietto on top. All classical details that were applied to a tall building. It's called the London House. It's a recently opened new hotel. They added the building, the glass building next door, to provide additional space. But if you look at the building directly next to that on the right-hand side, the white building that is called, it's formerly called the Manor Tower by Riddle. It is clad in a material called terracotta. Terracotta was very important because it is a fireproofing material, but also you can mold it into all these different details at a very reasonable cost. And so many of these 1920 buildings were clad in this material called terracotta. There were supposed to be 2 of these buildings built, however only one was built because it was constructed in 1928, shortly before the Depression. And then the last of these kind of classical buildings from the 1920s, it's the former Jewelers Building by Haber and Dinkelberg. It has this very beautiful terracotta that is covering it. At the very top, you have that dome pavilion. It used to be the Stratosphere Lounge, but now it is the location of Jan Architects. That's where they actually have their showcase. They will showcase new designs to prospective clients. On your right-hand side, when those early Chicago school architects were designing, they were influencing a new generation of architects in Europe. One of those architects, Mies van der Rohe, he did this building. I'm going to talk about it later. It is an example of the international style. Mies van der Rohe was the last head of the Bauhaus, which was a German school that was dedicated to technology and really expressing architecture in the sense of its materials. The next architect that did the next 2 buildings, Bertrand Goldberg,